Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Health Industry. This is your host, Dr. Hitosh Taya, and today we are going to talk about something very controversial, and it is religion and faith. Now, let me tell you, I'm going to share with you guys what is my perspective on religion and what is my perspective on faith. And let's start with the quote of the day. The quote of the day is from a very lovely poem. Let's do it. A poem of the day. It is. I'm gonna recite. I'm gonna read it out for you from my lappy, and let's edit. So I said to the Lord, "You promised me, Lord, that if I followed you, you would walk with me always. But I have noticed that during the most trying periods of my life, there have only been one set of footprints in the sand. Why, when I needed you most, you have not been there for me?" The Lord replied, "The times when you have seen only one set of footprints is when I carried you." It's a very good poem known as Footprints in the Sand by Mary Stevenson, and I love it. I like this poem. That's why I shared it with you guys. So let's move on to the topic of today. The topic of today: religion and faith. So first, we're gonna start with a very interesting story. It happened to me a year and a half ago, and it was I thought it is very peculiar event that happened. Okay, what happened was that I dreamt a very close person of to me dying. One of my parents. I dreamt of their death, and I dreamt of anguish and pain that I experienced in my dream following that. So what happened was that I was distraught when I woke up. I felt a little let down the whole goddamn day. So I shared what happened in my dream to a few of my friends. And what happened even more surprising was that one of my friend, who is very religious and follows Hindu faith very closely, she basically told me that it is a good sign that as per our religion and our faith, if someone dies in our dreams, then that means they have a very long and happy life destined for them in real life. And all of a sudden I felt relieved. I felt happy even that there are such and such beliefs, that it means it is a good omen, so called, not a bad omen. It's a good omen. And it was the first time in my life that I wanted very much to believe in these superstitions, and I was happy, I was delighted even. So uh, that's just what I felt peculiar. So that's my belief in the origin of religion and origin of all these superstitions. Not origin of religion, I'm going to talk about it later. The origin of superstitions, as for me, is nothing but parents or a higher authority figure just comforting their children, their significant others, using lies or using, uh, I suppose, partial truths or make believe. For example, how I felt after being told that it was a good omen that someone close to you died in your dream. That means they're gonna live a long life. Some kid was annoying their parents by using a scissor and sharpening and dulling its sharp edge, making it useless and making annoying sounds. Their parents just told them that don't do it, it's bad omen, something bad is gonna happen if you keep doing it. But the kid was just being annoying, and the parents wanted him to stop, and they lied, and that lie got carried on and on and on, and it becomes a superstition. So next up, we're gonna talk about my journey from atheism to what I am now. There is no term for what I am now. Let me describe first of all what I believe in right now. What I believe in right now is that a human is incapable of knowing all things. So we just don't have the answers. That's what I believe. And how do I believe that? for example, I believe in two theories, right? The two theories, I'm going to explain it. On the left side, we have that God is there, that there is this higher power, there's this higher life force, there is this higher being, or these higher energies that created this known universe, and they made everything in their image and whatever. So just like how an ant is incapable of understanding the complexities of my thought process or a human's behavior, a human is incapable of understanding or comprehending or analyzing the complexities of their higher being's thought process and actions. So it's redundant to think about it, and it's beyond our capabilities, so why bother? On the right hand, there is the infinite theory, right? That if the world is genuinely infinite, then there are infinite possibilities of anything happening. Even the coincidence of life, no matter how ingenious this confidence, no matter how rare, you understand, our human life, not all life is, for example, let me break it down to the level where you would understand. Let's say you go to the moon and you see rocks haphazardly placed all around. There are rocks strewn around everywhere. There is no pattern, there is nothing, no symmetry. What you would say, that there's just rocks lying around. Now imagine the thousands of rocks are sitting in a particular pattern. There is line, S-shaped lines, S-shaped lines, S-shaped lines, lines after lines and lines after lines, S-shaped. You would look at it and think, oh, it's the work of an intelligent life. Someone put them that way. Now that supports the left side, that there is a higher being who did these things. For example, our DNA, the double helix, the way molecules are stacked is very symmetrical, is very, the way molecules are stacked is very symmetrical and very peculiar, that you would suspect that it's the work of an higher being, of a higher intelligence, higher power. The way our molecules are stacked, the way our DNA is stacked, the way our cellular system is stacked, the way our organ system, tissue system, organ system level, and everything in between. So the way everything works is too complex, too symmetrical, and too patternized for it to be coincidence. So that's the theory that supports the left side. And the right side, that there is no God, the atheist that used to live, what he said was that if this universe is infinite, then the chances of landing 1,000 heads on a coin toss is also infinite. So imagine if there are infinite chances of every coin toss being heads for a millionth time, if the universe is infinite, because there are infinite number of coin toss. Because to comprehend infinity is very difficult for us human beings. I do not understand it very well, but I did grasp a tiny fraction of it, a little bit. And what it taught me is that if there is such a thing as infinity, then there are infinite possibilities, and those infinite possibilities allow infinite chances of infinite things happening. And what that means is that as complex as we are, as peculiar as we are, as symmetrical as we are, there are infinite chances of us happening randomly. So that is the randomness aspect of it, that there is no higher power. It's just we are only one small, atrociously small part of an infinity. So how does that matter? Doesn't matter at all. There is no faith involved in this logical atheist part of me that was alive before 12th, or I suppose I let go of being an atheist. An atheist is someone who believes that there is no God. I'm not an atheist. I'm a guy who thinks that if there is a God and if there is not a God, these things are beyond my comprehension and my intelligence. I respect all religions. I do not care for them much. I consider myself a logical person, and quite frankly, respect to you all, however you guys work. And I'm gonna show you why I respect every religion, because faith is for human beings. We are mortal creatures who deal with scary realizations like our mortality, what is gonna happen beyond death, and whatever makes you be okay with our mortality, more power to that. So I'm gonna recite a poem I wrote a long time ago. Kindly clap along if you can. How arrogant were you in your delusions when you declared faith as merely man's crafted illusion? Why now, in face of your mortality, the fragile bonds you hold and their futility? Why now, when life has put you flat on earth, why do I see you searching in the dirt for faith, for meaning, for a single crumb when you believed in none? So, this is a poem I wrote when I transitioned from being an atheist to being a, what would you call it? That these things are beyond me. Letting go of these questions, I believe, is wisdom, but who knows? Whatever serves you best, more power to you. And health industry always looking out for what's best for you, my friend. And this is your host Hitosh Daya, done for the day. Peace out.